Hi, I'm David Orcutt with Winston Properties, and today we're going to talk to folks who are interested in moving to Granbury or relocating to Granbury and talk about why Granbury is the celebration capital of Texas. I'm here with Tammy Dooley from Visit Granbury, and we're going to have a great conversation about how we got to that and what that means for people who actually live here.
Hello, my name's Tammy Dooley. I'm the director of Visit Granbury, and I have the best job in town. I get to promote the celebration capital of Texas. My mission and goal is to generate tourism economics for this community, which it is our number one industry. So we could talk about it all day. It's a great place to live.
Talking about the celebration capital, to me, means I wasn't sure if it was going towards we have so many celebrations here that you should come be a part of as a tourism, or if it was this is where you come when you want to celebrate something. What side of that is it about?
You just did my job for me, because that is exactly what it is. People have traditionally come to Granbury to celebrate everything. Mm-hmm. They come here to celebrate romantic getaways. They come here to celebrate anniversaries. I mean, it's a charming community. Mm-hmm. So this is where they come. But over time, we have evolved into this huge festival location. So for a small community that's growing, we have these big festivals all the time. So we do Founders Day. We do a huge 4th of July, as you can see by the display behind us. So it just made sense that instead of being the festival capital, it would be to be the celebration capital.
Okay. So when I moved here, a big focus was on the history here and that, the small townedness, the connectedness. And, we've won awards as like the best historic small town, the best town.
Yes.
We've been on the list of best small towns in the U.S. But that was really more the focus. Did we switch away from that? Or?
Well, I would say we didn't switch away. As a matter of fact, we actually embraced all the history. Mm-hmm. We were voted the best historic small town in America by USA Today 10 Best, and that was 3 years in a row.
Okay.
Huge honor for Granbury, and we always want to hold on to that, but we're so much more, and we just had to take it to the next level of who we really are today and look to the future. We do a lot of reunions and tour groups and women's shopping trips, and it is a must stop even for conventions that are in Fort Worth. So we embrace that. Yeah. And then of course the conference center kicks us up to a whole different level, because then we have the ability to host small association conventions. Yeah. There's just no reason to not come to Granbury. Yeah. Everybody loves it.
So if you are moving to Granbury or you live in Granbury, all that going on, what does that mean for the quality of life for people who live in Granbury?
Well, that is a great question. I relate it to living in a place, like you said, the quality of life. But a community, I'm talking about a community in general, maybe can't maintain really good restaurants or really good attractions if they don't have a tourism base. So all of those good things mean that we get the better restaurants, we get the better attractions like the Opera House or the new Granbury Live. We get to see the great shows. If you live here, you get this inflated quality of life. And it also creates numerous jobs and great retirement lifestyle. So it's just kind of cyclical on what happens because all of that is happening.
Well, Texas is nice. Dallas-Fort Worth area is nicer, in my opinion. But then you get out to Granbury and it's a real welcoming place.
It is. We hear all the time that we're like a small, charming village or a European village or something that they're like, wow, and this is so close to the Metroplex. So we love it.
Okay. So you mentioned restaurants. What are your favorite restaurants here that we probably have that you wouldn't have in another town of, our county is only 70,000 people. And I feel like we're pretty lucky that way, but what are your favorite restaurants?
So many good restaurants, but I love, there's not a bad restaurant, I'm going to say that, but seriously, I mean, we have a German restaurant, Ketzler's, which is one of my favorites. I love it. It's authentic. It's international cuisine, of course, German. We have a new Irish pub coming, which is not something.
On the square?
It's right off of the square, and it will open within a month. And
You heard it here first.
yes, it is the most exciting. It's called the Pub McDonough, and it will be a traditional pub with Irish food. Of course, we have 1890 on the square, which is a amazing experience, or Christina's. But we have Fisherman's Corner, which has a wonderful beer garden. You have Farina's that has spaghetti pizza. You know, we have a foodie trail here that people can go to our top restaurants and experience all these great things like the Wicked BLT or something like that. It goes on and on and on. So that's just a few of my favorite, but I would say that there's anything you want on any budget you want.
If you're living in Granbury, what other thing maybe would you pick that happens here that you think really elevates the quality of life?
I think the biggest thing is the Opera House. The Opera House just celebrated 10 years of the renovation where the city put all of this money into this beautiful historic Opera House. And then catty corner to that on the square, New Granbury Live. We call it the most intimate venue in Texas. Plus, not to mention all the wineries and distilleries that are here. Like
That makes it easy when all that's close.
oh, Soda Sledge Distillery. Everyone loves that. Revolver. It just goes on and on. And then the lake is a whole other experience.
Okay, so why didn't our tagline go towards the lake?
Well, again, because people do come here for the lake and they do visit for the lake, but really more of the tourists who come here don't come just for the lake. They come for other reasons. The lake has thousands of homes along the lake. So you have to be bringing a boat to really get out on the lake, or you can rent a couple of boats. So the festivals on the lake, however, create a whole experience for the lake. So we do have a lot of fishing tournaments. We do have a lot of those things. And lake, actually, on our last strategic plan, was a focus of the city of Granbury and always is in the background. But we're so much more than a lake community. So we have to show it all and embrace it all.
Any final thoughts before we wrap it up? I want to come back and talk to you again.
I'll wrap it up, but I will just touch on a couple of things. We did just receive our Granbury Cultural Arts District. We're a growing art community. We want to showcase where people can come see free public art all over. So you'll see a lot of that in the future. And then we are also a music-friendly community and a film-friendly community. Those are two things maybe we will go into a deep dive on in the future.
That's a great wrap up with Tammy Dooley with Visit Granbury. We're so lucky to get her to move here and take over the Visit Granbury organization, which is right off the square. If you're interested in relocating to Granbury, moving to Granbury, or just want to know what it's like to live here, or from Tammy's side, you want to just come visit and spend a couple nights in an Airbnb and see the shows here and maybe get on the lake, this is a place to come. So David Orcutt with Winston Properties. Hit like, hit subscribe. Thank you very much.